The Lego Serious Play methodology is based on the fact that there is an incredible link between your hands and your brain, and it literally is like giving your brain a hand. It's like giving your brain a hand to think with. So when we build with our hands and when we construct our thinking, we are able to delve a lot deeper into our intuition, into our bodies, into associations and other ideas that we wouldn't normally be able to do when we only work on paper. Paper is quite flat, it's quite one-dimensional, and we tend to think more linearly when we are working on paper. So what I found from a research point of view is that when we use the Lego to think with, is that we tend to tap into 80% of our brain power rather than just 20% as when we do normal sort of processes. Okay, so is that exciting? Okay, so when we work with the Lego, it is you plan a little bit, you build a little bit, you plan a little bit, you build a little bit. You cannot plan your model from the word go. It is not possible. We also work with metaphors and we tap into the imagination. So when we work with a metaphor, it means that if we pick up a block and we use a block, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is a physical representation of that idea. It's rather a metaphorical representation of some of the thinking. Right, so what we want to do now is we want to help them to take the ideas to a next level. So in the session before lunch, they built their own ideas and everybody had an opportunity to give some input and suggestions on how to improve on that idea, and they were learning from each other, but they were literally tapping into that collective intelligence. For this session after lunch, what we now want to do is take that collaboration to a completely different level. The first thing is they have to go and look at what is the best parts of each ideas and pull them together so that they can potentially create something that's fundamentally different and new to what they've thought about before. So there's two things here. The first one is about the collaboration and the co-creation, but the second thing is then for them themselves to go back and think about the idea that they've created. How can I take that to a level that I haven't perhaps considered before?